background ward to be able to play with them, to pull creep aggro and stuff like that. So it's not that, I mean, of course it sucks to lose your ward, but could be worse if it was him like on a range or something like that in a disadvantageous matchup.
So the way that this lane starts down bottom.
Spot any rotations that Crit makes as well. Maybe guarantees that 8-minute power rune for Chris Luck if they do linger in the area.
They definitely want to keep control of that power rune for sure.
They're actually going for the play here on mid.
The toss back. But Gears well to follow things up.
They might be, ooh, so close. Almost gets the frostbite onto Abed.
Same time up top. CEG now make a move on towards Mars. Look to threaten Whisper. He'll be able to spear back RTZ, but flying Crit able to finish him off as EG finally get themselves a kill on the board.
Yeah, lane's starting to break pretty early on here. And Rune will spawn, and yep, Gojira, since he's staying in that area, will secure it with the 3 heroes. That's K1 in a 1v1 versus the Brood. Much better for him.
He's happy now. Yeah, he's hit the 6. So when it's Nightfall alone down here, K1, very little to be concerned about.
Yep.
Should be able to start closing that gap in the farm.
And we do see Nightfall, most of the games he's gone for that Wraith Pack, but I think he's starting to realize, you know, they have the Snap who's gone for the early points in the Little Shredder too. He can actually go Wraith Pack first item, so gonna go for the pipe. Also the item that, you know, all these Broods do go as like the first, second item. A lot of magic damage, so.
Absolutely, yeah, he needs it to be able to protect his army this game.
Exactly, and to protect the TB if he does show up early. There's so much magic burst that's on Beast Coast, so we like that. Seeing Abed kind of cutting mid lane as well, and they are looking to make perhaps rotations too. So trying to divert all that attention off of the top lane.
Want to go for Nightfall. He's playing very cautious under the tower. Same time around the mid, they'll look to dive in for Chris. Chris able to get the 3-man avalanche off. And time's being bought for the backup TPs to come in. Stinger turns up. And EG, they won't be able to continue the aggression onto Chris. He'll be fine.
He's very tanky.
They still had, you know, it's pretty much a full stick there. 10 charges and a fairy fire. So really a kill that EG was going to be able to get, even with the 3 of them turning up.
A scary place to overcommit to. I think they knew that the Mars wasn't going to be able to come in, but the 2 supports could be around there just to back him up right away. And now K1, yeah, you know, level 6 is online. Treads are done. He's just going to get to the jungle a little bit here. It's another move for mid. Not going to be able to get Gojira, though. Although, 4-1, EG still leading in the net worth.
Yeah, farm's still good. The 3 cores
still looking very good with their presence. And Nightfall, now the pressure is going to start on the bottom lane. So let's see what Beast Coast does to react versus this Spider. As we mentioned earlier, their draft does have a ton of ways to clear them out.
They'll try for the catch onto K1. Will scare him enough to pop the Shadow Dance immediately in return to the Bushwhack coming in from Crit. Lane, Arena was dropped it. So they made an attempt, but weren't quite able to pull it off this time. RTZ remains safe. They'll be able to continue to farm underneath the tier 1 top, underneath the tier 1 bottom. Trying to dive in past the tower. They know that K1's got no ultimate. He's already used the Shadow Dance. Further TP's coming in to try and pounce away, but Crit able to time it perfectly with the Bushwhack. Pulls him back. They take down K1. His flying return. We'll see if the rest of EG can get out. In fact, they might not want to get out because backup's arrived. Abed, he's also ready to dive underneath the tier 1 tower, but indeed he's hit the 6th. They time with a stun. Gojira, they just able to turn with the kisses. Takedown. Abed, takedown Crit. It started off as a smooth move from EG to try and pressure in, take down K1 whilst he didn't have the Shadow Dance, but then they tried to go for more, and that was not the move that they were going to get away with against Beast Coast there. A perfect time to hit the 6. Beast Coast turn it around, and Abed, he's going to wish he didn't come down here at all.
Oh yeah, a beautiful latch from Crit here to start it all off, getting him in mid-pounce. But yeah, I don't think they expected so many rotations coming. I don't know if they expected the Snap to be that 6 either. And yeah, Whisper had just used ult top, so maybe they thought he wouldn't come here either. Beautiful moves. This Snapfire really kicking it this early game. 3-0-3, 6 of the 7 kills.
Yeah, I mean, just excellent setup there as well from Gojira, using the cookie for Whisper, getting him on top of Abed, and then with that opening stun, easily able to find time to get the follow-up spear. It just locked down Abed for the whole ult that was coming in.
And the crazy thing is, too, look at the tower HP in that bottom safe lane. After we see the Ember perhaps getting gone on a little bit.
We'll see if they can get it. They might. They've got
might be able to.
Again, the 3 stuns are there.
Just fun.
Abed a couple of times now, back to back in this area of the map. It's not been a great place for him to be.
No, and then we do see the tower. It is 100% HP. It has not been touched. This is a Brood lane near 12 minutes. That dive not working out at all.
See around the mid. Chris ready to set up more. Gets the toss back onto Fly, and of course back up. It's there. It always is here from Beast Coast. The 3 of them take down another. Fly falls. We'll see RTZ turning up to the mid. This is quite an aggressive fight for the Terrapins to be involved in. RTZ wants to be in. The arena's there. What's going on?
Oh, man.
From Abed, dying 2 times down on suddenly turns up to a very premature fight in the mid. 12-minute City stepping up to the mid-high ground. You can't do that against Beast Coast.
He just had popped his meta too. Wanted to try.
Arbed, here we go. Going to try with a slight air and immediate reaction. They still find the avalanche toss combo, but that quick little dodge at the beginning, meaning that the full lockdown couldn't quite be there from Beast Coast. Arbed will be fine. I mean, Gajira's going to go with the kisses. Whisper tries the arena, but won't manage to get the catch. This time, EG able to dodge the combo. Still to the side, though. Fly will be finished off. EG, they try and attempt to fight with the arena being missed. Arbed, Remnant at the ready, will be able to dodge out of the range of the Crystal Maiden ultimate. EG, they'll keep that distance for now. Arteezy looking for an opportunity to step back in on this, but Beast Coast, they're out with the retreat. They pop the smoke and keep that distance.
That's a fresh meta. He just popped it. This could be dangerous position here still for Arteezy. He could still just get popped. He has the pipe aura around him. He's gonna need that near him. But all this time, meta's just ticking down. Not getting any farm, not getting any pressure either. This tier 1 still standing. All tier 1s on the side of Beast Coast standing.
Saw a quick move there from Chris and whispered down towards the bottom. Maybe seeing if they could catch out whoever turned up to clean up this bottom lane. It is Arbed.
Not have the spear just yet. They definitely have enough damage to control. The max frostbite is at the ready.
Yeah, if Arbed shows again, that could be Beast Coast. Keeps it going. Here we have it. Chris is in. A large toss. Spear back TPs are coming in, but it's not going to be soon enough to save him. Arbed taken out by the combo once again from Beast Coast.
It looked like he kind of maybe saw them, maybe thought he was going to be tanking up, but no, way too much damage, way too much control that Beast Coast does have down here. Again, just continuing to make all these beautiful plays. And I think that is going to be, yeah, the axe is going to be done now for K1. Probably needs one too, but the problem is that they're playing into the double BKB already. Actually, the triple BKB that's going to be coming out from the cores of Beast Coast, so it's just not an easy thing to do at all.
Crit. Chased down by Whisper. And this bottom lane, tier 2 in trouble. Not something that EG is going to be able to do too much about right now. They've just got to stay away from Beast Coast. Scramble towards these next items on their cores.
Yeah, so durable. These cores are just so tanky on the side of Beast Coast. And they're not easy to hit either. You know, that Slark,
they're slippery.
Has so many different ways to just reset in and out of the fight. And he doesn't even have Shard yet. So that's going to make it so even everyone else is going to be a lot slipperier too for Arteezy to stick onto.
We'll force back with TP, just from Crit though. The rest of EG able to continue to stay out on the map at least. Still being able to farm despite Beast Coast being as close as they are to EG's base right now. They'll swing over towards the mid. Beast Coast look to push towards another tier 2. Again, attempting to force EG back into a defensive position.
I think we're going to see Beast Coast start to be very, much more aggressive in a few moments. Stinger
trying to go for it, but he's able to put the Ghost Step to get a bit of the ultimate off. Arteezy will manage to put the BKB in with the meta. They're able to take down Stinger.
He has to run though. With the BKB, he just has to book it up. Meta BKB to run. That says everything about the current game state.
Now Whisper now godlike on the Mars.
He almost, I mean, he's on his way to his refresher. He's pretty close to having it already.
Radiant's top
that is, I mean, that's definitely the most farm Mars I think I've ever seen. 14k net worth at 26 minutes.
That's insane.
This is crazy. Level 18 as well. Had those. The map is still pretty much there.
K1. He knows now with his Zags, and of course with a minute left on the Aegis, he can start to tease around with EG right underneath their tier 4s.
Look how spooked they are. He forces the Wraith Pact. Like, that's how scared Nightfall is, even though he's at his tier 3. And we mentioned earlier, of course, that Wraith Pact is going to get cleared every fight from the little Shredder.
A setup on a Chris. Good force stuff there to get Chris out of the combo, away from the Sharpshooter.
Early kiss is being thrown. Bit of a whiff.
Chris is falling a little low. He's holding on to the BKB. And Arbed, he's thinking about committing towards some Chris there, but won't jump forward. In fact, it's K1 that's going to be the one jumping on him, and now there's been a follow-up. They'll be able to keep him locked down.
Oh, he didn't jump. He continued fighting inside. The Pounce waited and waited. Didn't want to jump away. Didn't expect Whisper.
Of course, but just before this fight, just so close to the BKB on the Ember. About a couple of hundred gold he was away, Arbed, but didn't have it for this fight. And now, beyond the racks, Beast Coast, they're ready to just continue diving in. Arteezy's TP'd over, but he's low on mana.
He has to just BKB to walk away.
He has, he's TP'd in. It's a BKB to move back to the base. So he'll heal up, but even when he's done, he won't be able to present himself here towards this barracks defense. As Beast Coast, they'll push on, force out the fortification.
I mean, they probably click on Whisper and they're like, oh god, he has another full round of everything because he has this refresher. We can't take the fight, and no BKB. Rax is going to drop. AG can do nothing but watch.
Straight over towards the mid. They may have lost the Aegis, BEASTCOAST, but I don't think they're going to feel they need to back off anytime soon.
He still has 72 agi, so wanted to get a little bit of poke. Now they'll reset the lanes. In a good position.
They will. Give a little bit of respect to EG. I mean, they're happy to sort of play this one out.
They also just got like 2,000 gold on every single hero, right? Like everyone just got a full item injection.
Sure.
So they pick those up, wait for the next fight, clean up the area of the top side, get that tower, and just wait for EG to walk kind of into them because they can just take any fight on BEASTCOAST here.
A lot of money on Gojira as well. Looks like he's going to be picking up the Lotus here for the team. Bash has just been grabbed up by K1. Hector.
They're so farmed. And he's early on RTZ. If he can actually just stay alive in the fights, he does a fair bit of damage. Crit with the jump. I mean, it's not a bad jump again. They found Gojira to start the fight. They're in onto the snap fight and taking him down. K1 turns over towards Crit. Crit trying to get away with the bounces in. Whisper goes in with the arena, but the BKBs are out from EG. See Abed look to chase down Stinger. Stinger will die before the TP is successful. The BKBs from both sides about to come to an end. So he's able to continue on further. I mean, without the BKBs, I mean, it looks to be EG themselves now.
See, having the meta still going, that they feel they're stronger around the pit. They were able to eliminate the two supports.
Whisper still has another round of ult. Kind of refresh. He does get seen. The illusion's on him.
Chris in with the jump. 3-man avalanche there. The arena will be able to lock down Abed with the spin. They're taking out the Ember. Abed does have a buyback available if he wants to commit towards this Roshan fight. And Nightbot trying to escape the arena, but he's trapped in. Takedown by the God's Rebuke. Whisper dies in return. He'll immediately buy back to get over towards the Roshan once again. But Roshan is falling fast into EG. Chris, he's in with the jump. RTZ is pretty low. The top goes there. The line of the spear. RTZ goes down. As EG, they attempted to finish off the Roshan, but they didn't respect the buyback there from Whisper and the ability for BEASTCOAST to jump into the pit once more.
So many ways, as we mentioned from earlier, it's just tons of ways for them to jump in and out of these fights as K1. What a pounce, gets the catch. They're able to reset, right? Even though they lost Gojira, didn't have the buyback. They're trying to find somebody bottom side. And look who it is again. There's Gojira. He's able to get the 4-staff off in time to break away from the bushwhack, but still RTZ chases him out. Further force and a jump with the cookie will dodge the sharpshooter, so Gojira this time will live. And now EG's got to run. And they certainly have it. The Snapfire's alive. Things are probably going to go rather bad for EG. As Fly goes down, RTZ holding on to his BKB for now. You know where he is, though. Whisper, he gets the spear. BKB is there from RTZ, and immediate response. The bashes are there from K1. Now RTZ needs help, but he needs it now. The bash is there. The silence is more. RTZ goes down. No buyback available for him as BEASTCOAST. They're ready to go for more. Abed able to BKB TP out. But EG, they've got to try and hold here with just the 3 of them against the full 5-man push from BEASTCOAST. No RTZ for nearly a minute. Alright, that's mega creeps for sure. RTZ stepped up, got speared. I think this is a fight that they tried to get a catch onto the snap and they just get fully surrounded.
The 2 times they've managed to come out top was when they've been able to catch Gojira. Outside that they couldn't, and indeed they'll tap out. There's no coming back from this position. GG is called. BEASTCOAST here in game 1. Looking as gets right back into the triangle.
Perhaps you just wait for that one to disappear before you walk back toward that mid lane for sure. Yeah, but that does mean tower pressure. Abed and Crit able to hit mid tower. TP to mid, will he get the bottle refill in time? He does.
Radiant's bottom.
And yeah, talking about Abed, you know, we saw that he had a bit of a rough one in the last game. He actually has a much easier game this time versus all these, doesn't have as many stuns that he has to worry about. Last game, it's like everyone had a disable. This time, it's the Nyx and the Lash that he has to worry about mostly, so a lot freer of a time. Carapace is really annoying.
It is very.
So.
Very much. Bottom Nightfall. I'm going to drop the roll straight away to give him a chance to run.
Uh-oh.
And Whisper, Primal split to the ready, and already a bit of a body block coming in with K1 and the micro of his illusions. Leaves no escape for Nightfall. So, War expended and wasn't able to get out alive. At the same time, at another entry point of the jungle, they find Crit hovering around the stairs. So a couple of kills for BEASTCOAST. Yeah, they make sure that EG does not feel too safe coming back over to their half of the map.
And Whisper, he actually used the Thunderclap, totally missed the neutral creeper, otherwise he would have probably been able to kill it a little earlier. Might still be able to get it with the next one. But making sure he actually was maximizing when they used the split to kill the beast, and oh, the career! Okay, can't get it. When he used the split to kill the beast earlier, he actually used the Dispel to kill the boar and everything too, so he actually maximized quite beautifully on this brew.
At the moment, sitting the lowest of the cores in terms of net worth, but if anything from his previous performances are to go by, you know the Whisper's going to be catching up very, very soon. Always ends up incredibly rich here, even from the offlane position.
And he wants to be a little bit more like active of moving around just because he doesn't want to sit in the lane versus a lifestealer so much. So looking for these constant kills and pressure on the lanes.
Yeah, and of course we'll get to the point in this game where it's K1 playing a Naga.
Second, the Naga's
It's already gone. Arbed able to get the kill, get the Aegis. We'll see BEASTCOAST now popping the ultimates. Whisper leading him with the primal split, but EG, they themselves are split up.
Look at Crit.
I think they're going to see it now. Moonlight comes to an end, so Crit will die.
Oh, and also they catch Fly, it looks like.
Arbed's also got to be a bit cautious. He has the Remnant at the ready to dodge the split up. But indeed, the two supports are going to be in trouble. Fly's going to do a fair bit of damage to Whisper with the ultimate, but he will still slowly die back up towards the mid. Actually, Gajira's able to get the stun out of the two of them, but Nightfall has the roar ready, turns towards Gajira to take out the Nyx Assassin, and now RTZ's ready to chase down more, gets a double, takes out Stinger. As EG, might be able to keep this fight going. Change there from Arbed, but he's starting to lose his mana. Chris turns, looks for the stun, but nice sidestep there from Arbed. Arbed still ticking down very low. That's the Aegis gone. As he's down the ones, they've got to be careful about this Lesh. Chris charging through the middle of the fight. So able to burn down Nightfall so they can kite him out of control, and further TPs are coming in. They're surrounding the Leshrac, but they're being careful how they commit for this. They know that Chris is very, very strong here on the Lesh. And EG, they won't be able to hold him back. So Chris manages to get back out of there. A nice bit of action for EG overall. Sure, you know, BEASTCOAST, they're able to take that Aegis quite quickly out of the hands of Arbed, but RTZ able to turn up, get some kills. He's got a continued clean scoreline here, 4-0-0 on the lifestealer, and enough money to pick up that Sanj. So now between the male... Want to try and go for him, take him down here with the chains into the arrow. They'll sadly do so.
Great chain stun.
Solid catch here from EG. We're seeing if they can push on for more. Jump forward with the Remnant. Arbed attempts to close the gap on Whisper. We'll hold back though.
It feels good.
Maybe they do want to dive the Titus. If they catch him around this area, if Whisper steps out, they might go for a kill attempt.
Oh, the ward's placed.
Yeah, they'll see it.
Probably seen though. BEASTCOAST probably going to be able to get rid of that one quick. And you know, we did get to see a couple things also on these last situations. So much happening. But Chen, we did see he went for the shard, so he is going to be stealing those ancient creeps consistently from the Beastmaster. Chris needs to be a little more careful how far up he is alone. Sure, he's got the hand of God in some situations, but it's a lot of burst damage still from EG. Especially if they have everyone on top of him like that.
Dire's top tower is under
Very
attack.
close game, 10-8.
Radiant are scanning.
Still playing in this aggressive play. 3 minutes on the Aegis. It's not easy for EG to jump anyone outside of the supports. Fly will try to start things here, and we'll follow up onto Stinger. They'll get the roar off as well.
Okay, they'll get the two supports. Pretty good grabs.
See if they can do anything off the back of killing the two supports.
They gotta fix the lanes. Lanes are all constantly pushed in, either from the Naga side or from the Chen creeps. Their whole jungle is actually also just being farmed from Chen. Like, I was just looking, I'm just watching the Chen microing all of his creeps, and he's taking all of the farm away. So still tons of pressure on the map. They do get at least 2 kills out of it, but it is just those 2 supports, and now bottom tower looking to drop.
Bottom tower is under attack.
BEASTCOAST, I mean, the macro game, very nice so far. Making sure they don't lose K1 at all so far. 0-0 and 2.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Service to imbalance.
Indeed. During the time those 2 supports were down, nothing more that you really could get other than maybe some increased sort of space deal with the push that's coming in, because already Chris, he's back up to the high ground on the bottom lane.
They're gonna pop the Rax glyph. Wanting really to hold on to those tier 3s. Don't have another glyph after this. Now the push continuing.
It's easy. He's gonna try and get in on the fight. Steps up towards K1. Nightfall, he has the roar.
Got the song off.
Get the arrow as well. Rage into the BKB. So a long time here, the RTZ is gonna be able to continue to beat in onto the Naga side, but it's still just not enough damage. He's only down to pretty much half health here, K1, as he backs away. He'll kill Chris. That's the Aegis gone. A quick infest here from RTZ as he looks to stay alive. They'll get the opening stun onto Chris. Out to the side though, Arbed's been held up by the split up.
K1,
RTZ chase him outside of the base. K1's getting low, falls to the side. They're trying to separate K1 from the lifesteal. They'll be able to do so. K1's fine for now. As RTZ also walks back up to the high ground of his own base. Nice little arrow there onto Stinger. So once again, EG getting the 2 supports, taking that Aegis away a little early from Chris. Definitely a defense here coming out from EG that, you know, all things considered, they'll be pretty content with.
That was an absolutely beautiful fight. Everyone's sitting at like 10%, 20% HP on EG, jumping in and out, getting these connections. Making sure that lot higher in this next fight. And they're looking to get aggressive. They're actually looking for more.
See what they can make a quick jump towards. And with the Remnant, Abed quickly sweeping the map. He's managed to get his way over towards Chris.
He's got Lotus there.
And the tier 2 arrow is going to hit. Chris gets the angle. As Chris going down, EG, they'll definitely want to try and continue to fight on for more. Kajira turns with the sun onto the two of them. Indeed, over towards the mid lane. They have the Royal set up onto K1. No further damage output for now, though, as K1's got the backup with Stinger.
Nothing to stop this CM ult. We'll clear out all those illusions.
TP over from Whisper.
G, now looking to bail. Another net.
Trying to fly, so they want to try and tackle K1. I mean, Arteezy is going to go for the squishies first. Go straight for Stinger, takes down a second support. See if they can get K1.
East Coast.
Very much for sort of the first time this game where Beast Coast are the ones that are having to play a little more cautiously around EG.
EG's definitely found their footing of timing really for the Lifestealer to stick on his targets, right? It really is this BKB, his Halberd also making him super tanky, and he does have that Ghoul Frenzy talent too, so can't stick on those targets a lot easier once he gets that initial hit.
I mean, what is the item here for Arteezy? He's got 2,600 gold saved up. Does he want to get the Skadi still to sort of limit the heals of the Leshrac with Bloodstone, or do you want to see him get some sort of straight up damage item?
Oh. Honestly, Scotty,
he's got a lot to think about here, Arteezy.
It feels like they're gonna bet. He's actually got his shard now finished too.
Again, quick kill onto Gojira.
So I bet he's got Ags plus his shard. So watch for these remnants. Level 18 also, of course, was hit in that last fight. So his damage is going to be a lot higher versus that Naga Siren too.
Themselves, they might have a bit of a chance to push up towards the base here. They're bringing the creeps in on the mid lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A good sort of vision here towards the move that K1's making over towards the mid. Looks like they'll still hold back a little bit here, EG.
Yeah, Abed, he keeps a remnant there, goes back, is starting to clean up the counter push.
Look at a bit of a setup
in the area.
So Arteezy to be thrown into the air by Whisper. Arteezy popping the rage. He's going to try and get on top of K1. The illusions now turned down over towards Chris. The rage finishing. Arteezy's got to be careful. Gets caught by the split. We'll be able to force him back to safety. Infest into fly. He's fine for now. He's gone. Arteezy trying to go for round 2, but as soon as he comes out the Infest, they catch him with the opening stun. Will manage to get the BKB off, and with that BKB duration, stays on top of Stinger. Arteezy now godlike. He's ready for more. Turns towards Kajira. Rage at the ready. So after the BKB comes to an end, Arteezy can continue to push on. In fact, no, he's going to opt to use the rest of the rage to TP out.
He gets bashed. I don't even think K1 actually got the hit on him there, but that was close. They actually got the stun there. Gojira, the two-man stun, it catches the Lifestealer and the Beastmaster in the back, so kind of splits the fight up. EG do get pushed away.
I mean, yeah, Arteezy.
Like, he actually has to be very careful how he uses these. Now he has Infest, so he has 240 men.
They're going to get the jump by Chris in the mid. The rest of Beast Coast to try to make an aggressive move on towards Fly, but Chris was left behind, and EG, they move immediately to punish that.
Great Infest blink play there from Nightfall and Arteezy.
So they can get around the mid now.
Ooh, might be able to get Gojira too.
But K1 is around, and the mana's gone on Abed. K1 turns, has the root, has the bash as well, holding him in position. As he steps across, there's no saving Abed.
I mean, his diffusers, it's really being a problem for the BKBs, right? They keep getting burnt and they can't pop their BKBs because of it.
And you see as well, yeah, Chris committed with the buyback. So he really wants to just join the push.
They know
or maybe go for the rush. That looks to be indeed what they're going to do.
It's an agonist too.
And they don't have, of course, control of the outpost either, EG, in their own jungle, so they can't really go for some sort of buyback.
Sieged.
And what do you do if you're EG? You've got to do something.
Are under attack.
They're going to try. Nightfall, he's looking for a raw target, turns towards Chris.
Lotus is up.
Has to be careful as he holds back on it for now. Arteezy's in with the bashes. They're bringing Chris down pretty quickly. That'll be him down the ones. Abed jumps in. He's going to be caught out by the spike characters, but the center just does get yielded into the air. Arteezy, he's focusing down the Naga Siren. K1's going to get forced for the side. He's going to get the sword. He's got the BKB up, able to charge him with the remnant. Take down K1.
But look at
He's ready for more. Looks up towards Kajira inside the base. Arteezy, he'll die. Chris just charging into the disco. Purdy just destroying the ball.
Holy crap! Chris just killed them all.
And there's no buyback on Arteezy. He's a hell of a lot short on the gold here. 1,500 gold. He does not have it to get back in on the action. EG,
Is it done?
they're going to try and hold with the three of them. And indeed, Chris, he's ready to chase it back up towards the fountain. Runs down Nightfall, and he's not done yet. He's full HP, and he's got plenty of mana to play with. The buyback comes out from Abed. As EG, they scramble back towards the fountain. They've got to try and hold and keep their cool here for 50 seconds now without Arteezy.
They're gonna get megaed. And there's still the cheese as well on Chris. Oh my god, dude, the damage that he did. They focus fired K1, but they ignored the Lesh for a bit. Look at this, 12,800 damage.
This is at least going to be the mega creeps here. Can they really slow down Beast Coast for this 30 seconds? I don't know if they can.
I don't know if they can. 30 seconds seems like a big window. This Edict is about to come back up. It's got the 25 talent too.
First tier 4 falls. The second surely to come.
It's going down.
The H is exposed. As Beast Coast, they're looking to close it up. EG, they'll go for one final attempt at holding back Beast Coast, but they're just focusing the ancient. EG, there's nothing to be done. GG, it's called.